Have you ever walked into work, heard people speaking English, and thought, wow, they sound so natural? How do they talk like that?
I think every English learner has felt that feeling. You want to sound friendly and confident at work, but sometimes you don't know the right phrases, or you worry you might sound too direct, too formal, or not professional enough.
That's why today's episode is all about learning how native speakers actually talk at work. Simple phrases, polite sentences, and small everyday expressions that make communication easy.
Before we start, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Josh, and welcome back to another episode of Mr. Learn English.
And I'm Emily, and we're really happy you're here. Grab a coffee, relax with us, and let's learn some useful English for the workplace.
Let's begin with something very common: greetings. At work, native speakers usually keep greetings simple. They might say, morning, good morning, hi, or hey, how are you?
Yes, and what's funny is that people often don't answer with long sentences. They usually say things like good, pretty good, not bad, or the classic one, busy, but good.
That phrase is so common in offices, and it's great for beginners because it's short, friendly, and natural.
Another important part of work communication is small talk. Native speakers often start the day with very simple questions like, how was your weekend? Did you sleep well? Or, how's your morning going?
Yes, and you don't need to answer with a long story. You can just say, it was good, not bad, or a little tired today. That already sounds natural.
Then you can add a small question back like, and you? Or, how about you? This helps the conversation continue easily.
Let's imagine a simple moment at work. You meet a coworker near the coffee machine. They smile and say, morning, how's your day so far?
You don't need perfect English. You can simply say, pretty good. Just checking emails. How about you? That one sentence already sounds natural and friendly.
Speaking of checking emails, that's something people do every morning at work. So let's talk about email English, because beginners often feel unsure about how to start and end professional emails.
A very common greeting in work emails is hi plus the person's name. For example, hi Anna, hi David, or hi team.
Yes, and if it's more formal, you can use dear, like Dear Mr. Smith or Dear Miss Lee. But most everyday emails simply begin with hi.
After the greeting, many native speakers use a short, polite sentence like, I hope you're doing well, or I hope you're having a good day.
These small sentences make your email sound warm and polite without being difficult.
Then you move to the purpose of the email with a simple line like, I wanted to ask about, I'm writing to check, or I have a quick question about.
Yes, and if you want to ask someone to do something, it's important to be polite. Instead of send me the file, you can say, could you please send me the file?
That one small sentence makes a huge difference. It sounds friendly, professional, and natural.
Another helpful phrase is, would you mind? For example, would you mind checking the report? Or would you mind reviewing this file?
These soft phrases are the key to polite English at work.
At the end of the email, native speakers often write, thanks, thanks a lot, best regards, or kind regards.
Yes, and beginners sometimes worry about being too short. But in work emails, short is normal. Clarity is more important than long sentences.
Let's give learners a simple email example so they can hear what natural workplace English sounds like.
Here's a short model. Hi, Anna. I hope you're doing well. Could you please review the new report? Thanks, Emily.
Perfect. Clear, polite, short, and very natural.
Next, we'll continue exploring workplace English with polite questions, follow up emails, reminders, casual conversation with coworkers, and simple phrases for talking about tasks and meetings.
Let's continue by looking at polite questions because native speakers use these soft, friendly phrases every day at work, and they help conversations feel smooth and respectful.
Yes, and the simplest pattern is could you? For example, could you send me the file? Or could you check this for me? It's polite, easy, and used everywhere.
Another very useful pattern is can you please, which is also friendly and clear. You can say, can you please update the document? Or can you please help me with this?
And there's one more soft, natural way to ask for help. Would you mind? For example, would you mind sending the schedule? Or would you mind explaining this part?
These small phrases make you sound polite without needing advanced grammar.
Now let's talk about follow up messages because native speakers often need to check on tasks, ask again, or make sure something is finished, and they do it gently.
Exactly. Many people think follow ups need long explanations, but native speakers usually keep them short. For example, just checking in, or any update on this?
Or a slightly longer one. Hi, just following up on my last message. These lines are simple but very common in real office communication.
And if you want to be extra polite, you can say, no rush, just checking, which sounds very friendly and relaxed.
Now let's move to reminders because asking someone to remember something can feel uncomfortable if you're not sure what words to use.
Yes, but native speakers keep it really simple. They might say, this is a quick reminder, or just a reminder about the meeting tomorrow.
And if you want to ask someone to do something soon, you can say, when you have a moment, could you take a look at this?
That phrase is so soft and polite that almost everyone uses it at work.
Let's talk about casual conversation at work because this helps you build good relationships with coworkers.
Right. People often ask simple questions like, how's your morning going? Or did you have a good lunch? Or how's your day so far?
You don't need long answers. Even good, pretty good, or a little tired today is enough.
And you can keep the flow going by adding a small question back like, and you? Or how about you?
Another thing native speakers say a lot is, sounds good, or great, thank you, especially when agreeing on a plan.
Yes, these two phrases are extremely common and perfect for beginners. Sounds good basically means, I agree, or okay, that works.
Now let's talk about tasks because talking about what you are doing at work is very important.
A simple way to do this is by using I'm working on. For example, I'm working on the report, I'm working on the new design, or I'm working on the schedule.
And if you want to ask someone about their tasks, you can say, what are you working on today?
Another very common workplace phrase is I'll take care of it, which means you will do the task.
Yes, and a similar phrase is, I'll handle it. Both of these sound natural, confident, and professional.
Let's introduce another useful workplace word, update. Native speakers use it all the time. You can say, here's an update. I'll update you later. Or, can you give me an update?
These sentences help you keep communication clear.
Now, let's give learners a short imagination exercise to make these phrases feel natural.
Imagine you arrive at work and sit down at your desk. Your coworker asks, how's your morning going? You say, pretty good. I'm working on the report. How about you?
Then you send a message. Hi, could you please review this when you have a moment?
A few minutes later, your coworker replies, sounds good. I'll take a look.
This small scene uses real workplace English that native speakers use every day.
Let's also include a quick mock conversation so learners can hear how natural it sounds.
Here's an example. Hi, any update on the project?
Yes, I finished the first part.
Great. Could you send it to me?
Sure, I'll send it now.
Thanks a lot.
Simple, friendly, and perfect for learners.
Next, we'll teach you easy phrases for meetings, asking for clarification, taking notes, explaining problems, and giving quick opinions, all in simple workplace English.
Now let's look at meetings, because even beginners join short meetings at work, and native speakers use very simple phrases during them.
Yes, the most common meeting phrases are things like let's start, let's begin, and okay, first topic. These are easy to understand and great for beginners.
If you want to join the conversation, you don't need long English. You can say, I have a question, I have an idea, or can I add something?
And if you don't understand something, it's completely normal to ask. You can say, could you repeat that? What does that mean? Or can you say it more slowly?
These soft clarification questions are used by native speakers all the time, not only English learners.
Another important skill in meetings is taking notes, and you can talk about this using very simple English. You can say, I'm taking notes. Let me write that down. Or can you repeat that for my notes?
Yes, and if someone else is taking notes, you might hear, I'll write the summary, or I'll send the notes after the meeting. These sentences are short, but very common.
Let's move on to explaining small problems at work, because this scares many learners, but the English is actually very easy. You can say, I have a small problem, something is not working, or I need help with this part.
If the problem is about time, you can use sentences like, I need more time, or I can finish it tomorrow. These are simple and polite.
Now let's talk about giving opinions. Native speakers usually keep their opinions short and soft. You can say, I think it's good. I'm not sure. Or maybe we can try this.
Yes, and you don't need to use in my opinion unless you want to. Most people just start with I think because it sounds natural and relaxed.
Let's give listeners a short imagination practice to help the phrases stick.
Imagine you're in a small meeting. Someone explains a new idea. You say, I'm taking notes. Could you repeat that, please? Later, you give a short opinion. I think this plan is good.
Now, let's include a quick mock conversation so learners can hear real workplace English.
Here's an example. Do you understand the next step?
I think so, but could you repeat it for my notes?
Sure. Please finish the design by tomorrow.
Okay, I can do that.
Short, clear, friendly, and perfect for learners.
Next, we'll give a final review. A simple workplace example story, practice questions, a motivational message.
Let's take a moment to review everything we learned today, because repeating these phrases helps you feel more confident when speaking English at work.
Yes, and even though today's lesson was simple, these are the exact phrases native speakers use every day. Short, friendly, and natural.
We started with greetings and small talk like morning, how's your day, and pretty good, which help you sound comfortable at work.
Then we practiced email English with easy lines such as could you please, just checking in, and thanks, because clear emails are a big part of office communication.
After that, we learned how to ask polite questions using could you, can you please, and would you mind.
Yes, and we also talked about follow-up messages like any update and reminders like just a reminder about, which help you stay organized without sounding rude.
Then we moved into meetings and learned useful phrases like, let's start, I have a question, and could you repeat that?
We also added the skill of taking notes with simple sentences like, I'm taking notes, and let me write that down.
After that, we practiced giving opinions using short, soft phrases such as, I think so, I'm not sure, and maybe we can try this.
Now, let's put everything together into a short workplace story so learners can hear how natural this English sounds in real life.
Here is a simple example. I arrive at work and say, morning. I check my emails and write, hi, could you please send the file? Later, I join a meeting and say, I'm taking notes. Could you repeat that? After the meeting, I send a follow-up message. Any update on the design? I end my day by saying, sounds good. I'll take care of it.
This little story uses only beginner English, but it shows how real office communication works.
Now let's help learners practice with a few easy questions they can answer out loud. What do you say when you don't understand something? What phrase do you use to ask politely? What sentence can you say at the start of a meeting?
Even short answers help your speaking feel more natural.
Let's include one more quick mock conversation to build confidence.
Here's an example. Hi, could you check this file?
Sure, I'll take a look.
Thanks. Do you understand the next step?
Yes, but could you repeat it for my notes?
Of course.
Simple, friendly workplace English, perfect for beginners.
Before we finish, we want to share a warm message with our learners. Learning workplace English doesn't mean speaking perfectly. It means using small, clear sentences to communicate confidently.
Yes, and every time you practice these phrases, you sound more natural and more professional. You're improving step by step, and we're proud of you.
This is only episode 1 of our Workplace English series, and there is so much more we want to teach you.
Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss episode 2, where we'll go deeper into real workplace conversations and everyday speaking patterns.
Thank you for learning with us today.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye till next time.